Little awkward. I didn't know you were coming over today. I was visiting with some other friends. Meet friends. There's 19 of these friends, and they're a bit mischievous. They really are. It's taken a while to figure out how many plies go into which yarn weights. And they all want to hang out at the same time, so it's a little bit confusing. I'm working on it. Not paying so much attention to grams compared to yardage, but more in the plies. Most of the yarn that I would love for these guys to get along with are a DK weight, which is a 3 or 4 ply. I'm still experimenting with different crochet hooks and wraps per inch. It's coming along. I'm working on it. Decided yesterday was a good day to take a break. So my husband and I took a drive to historic downtown Martinez. It is a train town. It was a train stop coming up along the coast of California. We had breakfast at the Copper Skillet, cute little restaurant close to the courthouse. And, well, it was delicious. It was one of the first places we ever met to go have breakfast together. And then we took a little walk to downtown. Cute little shops, antique shops, thrift shops, coffee shops, some tattoo places, some pizza parlors. What else is down there? They got a nice little barbecue. Just cute little downtown area, gifts, jewelry, that sort of thing. And I noticed a new cute little storefront. It is called Busy Work. Isn't that a cute hand-stamped bag? Adorable. And I have some pictures to show you. The outside of the building is absolutely adorable. It's got like a nice little entryway with glass display cases on the side, and they have yarn art. And when I walked in, I could see the whole left side of the store was filled full of shelving and different wool yarns. And on the right side, they had watercolors, beadwork, aimed towards, it looked like a younger crowd, like a collective art center for really all ages, I guess. And we kind of walked around a little bit. Well, before we went inside, in the entryway, there was an old newspaper rack, and it was a little free library. You could leave some, take some. There was a bunch of stuff in there. And I decided that when I got home, I want to go through my books again and see if there's any books I'd like to take over there. And I'm sure I have some cakes of yarn that I would absolutely love to take over there. And I think somewhere around here, I have a box of Susan Bates crochet hooks. I'm a boy. I'm a clover. So I have some different size crochet hooks that I'd like to take and leave in the little free library, and some yarn and some books. I might have some other notions around that I could take over there and leave. I'd love to contribute to passing things along that I'm not using. There was also, which I can't share too much of it, she had some vintage antique crochet magazines. So my collection is growing. I'm excited to say that I have everything I should possibly need for the Decades project coming up in October. I just need to get the work done. So between the things we share together and the things that we'll share together in October, I need to work on some behind the scenes stuff so that I have plenty of fun things to share with you guys in October. So I don't want to go into the magazines too much, but in the 80s, there was a magazine called Crochet Fantasy. This is number 8. And it looks like it came out, if I look in the back, it says that you can purchase previous catalogs a long time ago. It looks like it came out 4 times a year. So we were already in the 80s. We're already 2 years into this magazine, which is amazing. Look how thick it is. Not a lot of ads at all. They're actually articles, pictures. They did a lot of diagrams, which really help because not all of us can follow the written instructions, but if you get stuck, it's nice to have a diagram to go back. Some beautiful color pictures in the fronts and the backs. Wonderful magazine. Wish it was still around. And then I found this one is Lily Crochet Designs. I have a lily. I had to get this one. Calla lilies. There's something in here that I'd absolutely love to make, and it will become a family heirloom. This was printed in 1952. So we've got some vintage stuff. See, that's confusing because looking back at the definition between antique and vintage, they're saying that the 80s are vintage. I was born in 81. I will tell you, sometimes my knees do feel vintage. I don't feel vintage. So this one's pot holders, and this one is from 1948. I noticed that the older ones are very, very simple. Black and white. Color ink was difficult to get through, especially in the 40s. There was a lot going on, but we'll talk about that at another time in October. And Bernat, look at that sassy lady right there, keeping her house together and looking her best. She probably went to the hair salon once a week, or she had a good friend that helped her out with that. Let's see, this one is from, this one I had a hard time finding the date on it, 1956. This was a very popular color in 1956. We'll talk about that in October. So I found those beautiful magazines. She had many, many others. She had a huge selection. So if there's something I'm missing out on for the aspects that I'd like to touch on, I know that her little shop, Busy Work, would be an amazing asset for me. She also said that on Thursday evenings from 5 to 7, they have a get-together. Yeah, she says there's knitters and crocheters. The age range is mostly adults. She says there's always a few people there that come on Thursdays, but it tends to pick up during the summer months when there's less family obligation for people to get away from their families and go do something with other adults. More in the summertime, she says it picks up, which we'll see. Right now, I don't know how feasible it would be for me to get there on Thursdays. I'm pretty dedicated to Ryan's boxing and seeing his passion through. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we could juggle it around a little bit in our schedule and figure it out. I don't know. Fun stuff. It was a happy little find. And what else did we do? We picked up some chicken scratch for the hens. And had a pretty relaxing day today. I made the family some blueberry waffles and we sat around and sipped on coffee and discussed what we were going to do for the rest of the day. Sounded like everyone was going to take it easy. The sun's out right now, but I think we have some more rain coming. So, gosh, that's it. We talked about the fun stuff. We talked about the weather. We talked about what's going on. I need to get something on my hook. So, the yarn came to me through a delivery. Brandon's coworker lives near where the yarn was being sold. So the coworker actually picked up the yarn and took it to work and gave it to Brandon and my husband Brandon, and he brought it home to me. His coworker has a 5-year-old daughter and Easter's coming. So I was kind of looking through Ravelry, YouTube, and what's that other one that I like to use? Ravelry, YouTube. Oh, and then of course my booklets. And I found a cute little backpack that's a little bunny rabbit. And since Easter's on the way, I think I have an overnight tonight. So I was going to get together the yarn that I'll need and work on a cute little drawstring backpack to gift him as a thank you for bringing all 19 of my troublemakers home. Oh, goodness. We'll see. So I might be back tomorrow to show you what I came up with. I was also thinking of some sort of like 5-year-olds like bags, right? They have little chapsticks and little combs and possibly little water bottles or something. But oh, Stanley! Today's already what, March 3rd? Today's already March 3rd. I have to be back tomorrow. I have to show you Stanley. He's in the other room. He's all dressed up. He's ready for March. He's marching in like a lion. He's planning on going out like a lamb. I got a lot to show you tomorrow. I'll have a make in progress or possibly finished because it's 8-hour overnight tonight. So might be getting that done. And I'll be back to show you Stanley. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, friends.